Podtoid. Podtoid, episode 15. Podtoid.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Podtoid 15. I'm Nex. I'm here with Ron.
Hey, I love you.
And Bennett.
Bam-balam!
And Aaron Lindy.
Sup, bitches?
I know that dude.
and Chris Furness.
Hi.
Let me explain where Chris is in case you guys aren't up on the whole who everyone is on the internet. Chris is
It's a very long list.
It's a very long
It is. There's like him, there's Kevin Rose, that's about the end of it. He's from weeklygeekshow.com, which is a website that kind of does the same thing that Destructoid does, except they're competent.
Yeah, there's that.
Exactly.
We wear adult diapers while we post.
Yeah, they do. And Chris has
that's what we've been
Chris
missing.
has a way better radio
I
voice
thought
than
he
any
was
of
the
us.
old white guy on Different Strokes. Never mind. Got it.
Oh,
got
dude,
it.
if only we could get the white guys in different
He's
strokes.
still alive, by the way.
But
What?
yeah, so if you guys are familiar with weeklygeekshow.com, Chris Furness is actually Frodo.
Yeah, that's
On that
That's my
website.
nerdy name.
Yes, they do a weekly podcast that based on things I've heard, it's a bit more edgy than ours. They tackle topics that I think are awesome, but I can't tell you guys about. I'm
Like
sorry,
midget
it's a
porn
secret.
or something. Like, what define edgy?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't push me into this, goddammit.
something about how we talk smack to other podcasts or something.
That's
or people
right.
And blogs.
Yeah. Something
That's
truly
right.
heinous and terrible that we cannot reveal here.
Heinous.
Say
and-
anus or heinous?
I said anus and terrible.
Anus.
I'm up
Anus
for
is
either.
terrible.
I'm up for
Well,
either.
we can discuss it later.
Yeah, we'll work that in at some point.
We'll get it.
So what's everybody been up to this week? Chris, I'll start with you since you're the guest of honor. It's your birthday.
It is
what
not
have you been doing this last week?
My birthday. No, I just got an Xbox 360 actually.
Congratulations.
Ooh, welcome to 3 years ago, man.
Yeah,
Buy Dead Rising. Buy it now.
I've been. I played the demo a little bit. It was fun times.
It is the most awesome game. Like, it's just unbelievable.
I have been a Nintendo fanboy for a long time, so I've got like a
Really?
Triforce tattoo and all that stuff.
Oh,
Dude, so do I.
God. Hang
Oh my
up,
god, you
hang
guys
up.
are so the same
Prank
person.
call.
No, mine is
Oh,
the
wait a minute.
best ever. Actually,
Wait a minute, I have
What's
to interrupt
yours?
for this.
Mine's just
You've-
the black. Okay,
You've
yes,
probably
Aaron?
Seen mine.
The black-
No,
Black
wait.
Zelda.
I'm frightened now. You're serious, Next? That you have a Triforce? Colette, can you confirm this?
I can vouch that I've seen it. It's on his right arm.
What does your
near the
wife
shoulder.
think about that? And your 3 kids?
My wife is very, very angry. We'll get into my wife and 3 kids at the end of this. But Chris, what is your Triforce tattoo? Because mine's just like the black 3 triangles.
Right. I actually have had it posted on various sites and stuff, like the Gamer Tattoos live journal community, and Franz posted on Last Boss and stuff like that. But it's a Triforce on my wrist, wraps around with the sort of hawk emblem that you see on Twilight Princess.
That's right. Yeah,
Wow,
no,
that's
Franz posted that on Destructoid too. A couple months ago, actually.
That's me.
Okay,
So,
that
yeah.
one's better than mine. God damn it.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I've been a Nintendo nerd for a while and just got a 360 and been working on that. I've been playing a lot of Geometry Wars, Viva Pinata,
Cool.
and just
So
getting into Burning
addictive.
Crusade.
Yes,
So
I
We're
love
not
that
actually
game.
got-
going
guy
to
for
talk
that. The
about
rest of
Burning
us, not
Crusade
so
for
much.
another 20 minutes, are we?
no, but I have an announcement though about my guild. If I could, give a shout out on.
Dude, go for it. I did it last
Yeah,
week.
have at it.
So, we were talking before the show. I'm pretty good friends with Liza Gager from Wired blogs and stuff like that, and we are in Jonan Vasquez's guild on Warcraft. I don't know if you guys know who Jonan Vasquez is.
I know
Yes.
who Jonah Vasquez is. That's awesome.
For people who
Created
don't know,
Invader Zim and stuff.
he's that guy. He's a
Wait, no.
He's a-
Yeah, explain. I don't know.
he's a pseudo goth darling.
He's not really a
God.
god. If you say that to him, he will probably punch you.
He will. It's true, but he'll punch me with a fistful of bats.
This is true. Or pigs.
Cunt puncher. That
but no,
had
he
nothing to do with
created-
anything. I just wanted to say cunt puncher on a podcast.
Cunt puncher, it's
Cunt
awesome.
puncher.
It's
Go
just
ahead.
one long line of bleeps for the rest of the podcast.
Totally.
Oh, we
Shit.
believe nothing, sir.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
so-
Chris. So
Yeah, so
fancy.
he created Invader Zim, blah blah blah, famous comic guy, and so
Okay.
We are recruiting for our guild called Order of
What
the
server are you
Tapeworm.
guys on?
We are on
Tapeworm?
Order of the Tapeworm. Orderofthetapeworm.com is our website, and
Nice.
we are on Dunemal and Hydraxis. So we have a PvP server and a PvE server that we work on, and we're accepting all applications. You actually have to fill out a little form, but it's fun. It's just to weed out the crap, because we get a lot of crap. I don't know if you've noticed, everybody with an Invader Zim like avatar on MySpace or anything like that is all completely retarded. So
Yeah,
we
they
gotta weed
are.
those people out.
Good call.
But yeah, everybody's welcome to try. And you get to play with some
Damn
really
it.
fun people. We've also got like Ricky Simons, who does the voice of Gurr on there, and our guild got
Nice.
Roman Gurr. She's
So it's
Dude,
like a
I'm gonna have
celebrity
to
guild.
create another alt on a goddamn another server. Fuck!
There you go.
I already have
So that's-
7 of them. 7!
That's my shout out. That's
All right,
it. That's all I've been doing. And
Um,
I'm doing a podcast right now. So that's kind of cool.
Really? My stars! Colette, you're up. What have you been up to this week?
Are we
All
recording?
what I've been up to this week is playing DS games, and as of today, I am in Portland for the weekend, and I'm very happy about that. So
Which overpass are you under?
I'm with some guys that kind of have like shirts on that are kind of decaying, and yeah, they've asked me for food a few times, but yeah.
I actually grew up across the river from Portland.
Did you
Did you?
really? Did you grow up under a bridge too?
I actually grew up in a cardboard box under a
Damn it,
bridge.
Chris.
Oh,
seriously?
Across the river.
You-
You grew up in Vancouver?
No, I was born in Vancouver. I'm in Seattle.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're in Seattle. I'm in Bellingham.
Holy crap!
I'm in
that's like
Portland.
right next door.
Yeah.
God, can we just like hold hands and make out the rest of the
We're all
show?
Yes, let's
Northwest
do it.
friends
I'm
over
in
here.
Florida, bitches.
Oh, poor Ron
I'm in the
Workman.
horsecock of the United States.
Bam-a-lam.
Wow.
Aaron, what have you been up to this week? Up in the cold white north.
I haven't even been playing games. I don't know what I've been doing. I did a couple posts this week, which is big news for me because I've
Well
been so under the gun of academics that I haven't really had the time. But you know, I'm getting some work done, which is good. But otherwise, I'm trying desperately to finish Okami because goddamn it, that game is beautiful and deserves to be beaten. And it deserves to be played to completion, but I haven't been able to find the time. Otherwise, I've just been kind of kicking it and taking names. I did go to my I had my major evaluated today, and all my shit pushed in, and you know, raped in the butt and that kind of thing.
Wait a
It turns
minute.
out I'm
All
actually
your
on.
shit pushed in? What
Yeah,
I had
the
all
fuck?
of my shit pushed in, and I'm on track to graduate next quarter, which is cool because that totally alleviates my fears of like, you know, what they did to me last quarter, which was, oh no, you still got like fucking intro to linguistics to take, and we're gonna make you jump through all these hoops, and you're not gonna graduate on time, so go suck a cock. Which they tried to keep me from graduating this year. They tried and they failed. So
Sons
Was
of
that official
bitches.
school documentation that said "Go suck a cock"?
it is. It's
Is that, like, on your
letterhead. I got it
diploma?
Mr. Aaron Lindy, go suck a cock.
Yeah. From
Thank
the
you and have
the
a
offices of the
fantastic day.
dean and the provost. Yeah, go suck a cock.
Notarized,
Wow.
it's like
I would
embossed with a
frame
little
that.
stamp at the corner.
Yeah, they sent it to me certified letter. It was great.
Nice.
With a giant dildo, you know, covered in honey. Anyway,
Strange.
so that's been it for me. This week has been all dildos and honeys and deep fried dunked in glitter, and it's been great.
Nice. That's hot. Ron, Swamp Rat Workman, what you been up to this week? Bam Balam.
I'm reading Destructoid.com, the greatest unfiltered independent gaming news updated constantly every day, edited for and by hardcore gamers. Why do you
Thanks,
ask? My pray tell.
That's
Fuck, what have I been doing this week?
yeah. You know, other than masturbating about the Microsoft thing,
No, I've been doing it in a cup, actually, and saving it up.
nicely done.
For
I
Microsoft.
I've been
Two
playing
gifts to Bill Gates.
Miss Pac-Man.
Mhm. Dude, you've been playing Miss Pac-Man for the last month.
No, it ain't been that long. I've been,
Did
Yeah,
you actually
no.
know that game is 20 years old?
I have been playing Centipede.
Nuh-uh.
It is.
No.
Yes.
It is like
damn,
almost
it's
as
that
old as
old?
me.
86? Wait, it's older than that.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
I thought it was 84, 85.
Mm.
I'm gonna fucking Wikipedia that shit right now. Anyway,
Get
continue.
on it. Rob,
Miss
I'm a
That's what I
junior with
do,
Wikipedia. I bought Lost Planet. I've had it for over a week and haven't even played the damn thing.
Aw.
I've been playing Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 2. Wait, what are we
Oh,
talking
Miss
about?
Pac-Man, 1981.
Hells yeah, it's old.
No shit.
That's older than I am. Jesus.
That's
Older
that
than
was-
Greybush.
I was finger banging when that game came out.
Dang.
Just so everyone knows, Ron was finger banging when he was 4. So
Greybush is a nimble fucker.
I was tying knots in my cock in Boy Scouts.
That's right.
Wait, don't say it out loud.
Yeah, but it's all for the best.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Franz! What are you sending me?
So now that we covered
that.
now-
Wait.
Are you
gearing up.
done?
No.
I thought you were done. Okay.
Bleeping me. Who's bleeping me?
Sorry, my bad.
Poop
We can't actually hear that
emergency?
on the podcast, so that's no.
Emergency?
Mm.
Who's having a poop emergency? Did I just read that?
Yes, you did.
You're a professional.
Okay, fine.
Somebody's
You know what?
toilet
I'm
looks
going to
like
announce
Jackson
it. No.
Pollock.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to announce it right here and now. I'm going to tell everyone exactly why I'm going away from that keyboard for a minute. Because here's what happened. We spent too much time dicking around before we started recording that I forgot to take the crap that's been bearing down upon me for the last hour. So
Wait.
I'm going to go take a shit,
We're
and I'll see
recording
you guys in a minute.
Go, Aaron, go!
Aaron's got a poop emergency.
A sudden poop
I'm
emergency.
getting ready, you guys. I'm all fired up about this week. I'm trying to get everything set up. We got... Wait. Well, yeah, we can talk about it. We got Dyson Grigsby. We have... Colette.
Dyson Grigsby, who I found out is not a heroin addict despite
he's
my
a cool
previous
guy.
claims.
Very cool guy. I talked to him
Yes.
quite a bit.
Is
Him, Nex, and Colette are going to be going to the Crackdown. I guess it's a launch party in San Francisco on the 30th.
straight up, yo.
Where's it at?
The W Hotel.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah,
Fancy.
fancy shit, yo.
And
It's only one letter.
Yeah, I know.
We've got them set up. They're going to go out. You guys are going to go out to that on the 30th and play Crackdown. Don't forget to take your memory cards.
That's right. I'm gonna get drunk and sleep with Dave Navarro.
Hot. And then on the 1st, I fly to Redmond, good old Washington, to Microsoft's Xbox headquarters to then on the 2nd play Crackdown again.
You can't actually fly to Redmond.
Yeah.
I don't
sorry
know.
to
They're
say.
setting all
You're
that
flying
could
near
try.
Redmond.
up.
No, he's taking a griffin to the top of a tree, and then he's gonna catch.
Now you're
a-
speaking my language.
Yeah.
Put it in
I-
WoW terms.
I put
Exactly.
I turn on the bat light with the Microsoft logo, and
Mhm.
fucking Gates' helicopter picks me up.
My
Nice.
wife does that. Like, she tries to relate everything to Mega Man for me if I don't understand something. She's like, it's like in Mega Man, when you get an upgrade. I'm like, oh, yes, and I stroke my beard.
Your wife is the greatest woman ever.
That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
But she won't remove the restraining order. I don't understand.
Ah,
that's just another
fucking
way of saying
bitch.
I love you.
damn it.
But
Um,
I'm going to be up there, and I'm going to be on the 2nd. I guess I'm going to be playing the game, and there's a couple celebrities going to be there, and some big names are going to be there, and I think MTV's going to do some filming, and
Right.
Greybush might be on the MTVs.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Hot
That's
stuff.
fantastic.
Crisis averted.
So,
You guys have
Aaron-
no
Wow,
idea
Aaron,
how
you know what?
awesome that
Privacy was just gone out the window.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that was rad.
funny. That's so funny.
I'm glad that
Hey, you guys,
filled this in on
podcasting pro tip number 1,
Poop
don't tell
emergency.
people about your bowel movements.
Hey, dude, I wasn't about to tell anybody,
You
but then
wrote it.
Ron had to fucking lift the veil, as it were, on the inner workings of our podcast.
On your anus.
That's right.
And my
Welcome
anus.
to the world of not having a fourth wall.
Aaron, I have to say, though, you have to be a professional crap master because that was all of 60 seconds that you were gone just now.
Hey,
Oh,
dude,
that was
I am a
rude.
professional. I got
Did
that
you
get
shit
run
next
past
box
the
achievement for
bathroom
that?
door and, shoot it out as you went?
I fired him out like Carl Lewis.
I'll tell you this. I just wiped with my hand and kind of rubbed it off on my pants while I was on my way back. So,
Yeah, I usually punch my ass cheek to get the turtle head going before I even get to the bathroom.
see, this is great because now Chris knows exactly what his competition is like, and he knows that he never has to worry
We are
about
some
being.
professional motherfuckers, aren't
Good night, everybody.
That's right.
You know,
we? Great show.
Nick.
if Sumo was here, you would all be fired.
Oh, not right now. He's drunk.
That's true.
He doesn't get.
Sumo's sitting in his hotel room laughing his ass off, naked in a chair.
You
Yeah.
can get drunk on a podcast. There's no
Reading a copy of Highlights for Kids
Dude,
and whacking it.
me and Colette just got drunk before we came to do this, so yeah,
Whacking
It
off the
helps
Mary
if you're
Kate
drunk.
and Ashley. Full House days.
hot.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so
lovely. Okay, all right. Yeah.
I'm moving on. I'm actually gonna make us talk about games at some point. Dreadfully sorry, as much as we'd like to talk about Aaron shitting.
As much as I love to talk about, shitting in a public forum, I'm glad everyone knows
Totally.
about that.
Crisis averted.
Hey, dude, my shits are dramatic, man.
Back
There's
to
a big,
DEFCON
there's a
2.
sweeping
Back to
score,
DEFCON
and,
2.
and there are important people in suits picking up red phones going, red team go, red team go.
I try to move it towards
Clean the
gaming,
tank, clean
and you
the tank.
bastards just pull it back to poop. God damn it.
Okay, let's
Okay.
move on.
So, Gears of War, released in Japan, it sold the fuck out, despite the fact that the Japanese were like, oh my god, that violence is going to cause our children to summon Godzilla or Mothra, whoever they summon, to kill everyone. Basically, if you walked into a store in Japan and you said, I'd like to play Gears of War, but of course you said it in Japanese, they'd give it to you in a little black bag, like how you get pornography here in the States.
Donde está el Gear of Oro?
But it's still sold out. So the question is, this kind of censorship, which seems to be the way Japan and Germany and all of these other foreign countries take care of this kind of thing, is it just stupid? Is it going to fail? I mean,
it's stupid.
Doesn't the whole Gears of War thing kind of prove that this system does not work?
Yeah, of course it's stupid. Censorship in any form like that is completely stupid. It's just trying to do social change when you have no ability to do social change.
It's just going to make it more popular instead of less. That's the way people always react to this type of thing.
You can pee in people's face on the street in Japan, but you can't play. What's going on now? Like
you can buy soiled panties in a vending machine, but you can't play Gears of fucking War.
You can.
Well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why Bukkake is so popular in Japan. Do you guys know the history of Bukkake? This is the stuff that fills up my mind.
I am a Bukkake specialist, okay? You can't out-talk me.
No, not the process.
No, hold up. Let's go. Let's hear it.
No, not the process, okay? Yeah, so the reason that that has become a fetish in Japan is because you can't actually show genitalia or sex acts on Japanese TV. So you would have to find something to show a sex act on Japanese TV because they love their porn.
Which you can probably blow one out in the funnel from 7-Eleven and have somebody drink it.
Exactly.
That's right.
Dude, this is not a safe podcast title.
Dude. No, if anybody's listening to this at work, tell your boss I'm sorry. Really, very sorry. I tried.
That does make
Chris.
sense.
That's why people poop on people.
I'm a bad influence. You know, I think, personally, the reason that Gears of War sold out in Japan is just because Japan is so obsessed with new gadgets, and now that they've been sort of ushered into the Xbox 360 thing with Blue Dragon, it's like, they're like, hey, look, there's other games for this system that I've never played before, and there are Americans, and they're big and strong, and they have chainsaws on guns, and I want to buy it.
Yeah. And Gears of War was also a good game. So
if I lived in Japan, I was talking about it last night in the vent. We had a bunch of people in the vent, and
vent was terrifying last night. Suma made my ears bleed.
I would spray paint my penis green and leave it hanging out and going, Godzilla's attacking! Godzilla's attacking! And I would wear a shirt that says,
setting race relations back 50 years.
My cock is huge in Japan, and I would just walk around going, Garr, don't be afraid of it, it won't bite you.
That's great. Anyway,
Gears wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about. Gears of War.
I'm actually quite curious as to see what the actual numbers for Gears of War were, because now I would wager they wouldn't really flood the market with copies.
Yeah,
of
that's
Gears
true.
of War. They probably, if
they were going to have to sell it like that, you can't imagine they shipped many units.
Exactly, yeah. But the fact that it actually sold well enough to sell out is pretty monumental. I mean,
I think Cheapy even said that there was lines, or it was a big deal.
Okay, everything sells out in Japan. They wait in line for everything. You know what the top-selling game was last week?
Dude. Not Microsoft stuff.
Not American-made, not US-made games on an Xbox 360, which is the most fucking... The Dreamcast gets more play in Japan.
Yeah, no, it was Blue Dragon. That's all it was. It was.
I know. That's so.
And then they needed something else to play for the system.
Exactly. Yeah. So Gears of War selling out in Japan is a testament to how good, how well Blue Dragon and Mistwalker's efforts are going to get. That's so much more market penetration for the 360 with that game, all it took was that. Now they actually have a pretty strong foothold in Japan, which is pretty monumental.
Quite true. More so than Sony, at least.
Microsoft is the bomb, you guys.
They really are. No, I've got to say, I didn't want to be a huge fan of Microsoft. I was like, no, don't go into the console thing, you motherfuckers. But I got to say, starting with the Xbox and going to the Xbox 360 especially, they've got their shit together. They are kicking ass. They're doing better than Sony is. They're doing better than Nintendo.
There's so many things that we know that we can't even talk about. That's just like when we saw it at CES in different places, and it's just like, Jesus, you guys are fucking amazing.
We know things that would stop your heart.
Really do have it down, like with the new
you guys and your embargoes.
The new Xbox Live Gamer Tag stuff that's going to work with Gears of War, and you'll be able to play some on a PC and your Xbox and blah blah blah. Man, they got their shit together on it with live.
I'll tell you guys something though. Just to let you guys know, I love my Xbox 360. I love the games that I have for it, but it's been in my drawer, in my desk. My 360 has been in there for a few months. and
Wow.
That's because of the goddamn WarioWare that you're addicted to.
It's because he got a fleshlight.
No. It's because Lost Planet was the only game to come out as of late that has really caught my interest. I mean, since Gears of War, that was the last one I bought. Lost Planet was the only game to come out that really catch my interest, and a lot of the reviews that I was reading were kind of lukewarm on it, and I was kind of like, well, shit, that kind of sucks, and I didn't. So it's just, I agree that they're doing pretty well, but I think that the flow of really high quality system selling, or at least, systems, games that either will sell systems, new systems, or that will at least get me to get my Xbox 360 out of the drawer, they're coming along so slowly. I don't know, I kind of wish they were coming a little bit faster. When people bitch about the Wii, saying like, the games are coming too slowly, I'm just like, well, yeah, but, the Xbox isn't doing that much quicker,
No, it's true. And
Yeah, so-
I've been playing WarioWare for the past week, and half and half with Viva Pinata. And WarioWare, every time I unlock something, Viva Pinata is so good, man.
Yes.
Yes.
We're homies
It's
for
like
life.
crack.
Ron loves
so
it.
cool.
Yeah.
So I've been playing WarioWare, and every time I unlock something, I want to see that little achievement thing down in the bottom pop up. And I get pissed off because I'm like, I'm not racking up a gamer score
What
for
the
this.
fuck's
Why
the
am I
point
even
of getting
playing?
a big shovel? I've never figured. Every 10 minutes, I would get some new cool shovel, and they all look the same. What was the point of that crap?
Ron, you wouldn't survive in the world of Animal Crossing, you know that?
Yeah, you'd be eaten alive by Tom Nook and his giant testicles.
That's right. Tom Nook could be all up on your shit.
Yeah, he would. He'd break your fucking thumbs, man.
Okay, so I'm moving on, by the way.
Okay.
More importantly than Gears of War is a game that Colette just bought about 10 minutes ago. We were at the store, and she picked this up because I pointed it out, and so I'm taking full credit for it.
Fuck you.
Hotel Dusk, Room 215, for the Nintendo DS.
By the way, just to
Winner
outline
of-
how full of shit Nex is, we'll be doing a review on this game in about a week and a half. And myself, Aaron, and Sumo will be doing the review on it. So, yeah, take that, sucker.
But also, my whole point in bringing that up, other than being yelled at by a girl, was this game looks fucking phenomenal. It's not like anything you've ever seen, and this is probably the latest, greatest argument for games being art. I know it's been done to death, the whole our games art thing, blah blah blah. Even fucking fat ass Ebert got in on it and was like, no, games aren't art because I don't understand them, and I fell down the stairs once and landed on a Game Boy.
Bam-a-lam.
Bam-a-lam. And, so what do you guys think? Are games art? I mean, this game is, it's kind of it's neo-noir.
Yeah,
And-
well, we did a post on Weekly Geek a couple weeks back about how games are art, and I actually have a degree in art, so
Hey,
I've studied it. So
Are you wearing a
that means actually
monocle
not-
right now?
I am actually wearing two monocles hooked together with a sort of plastic device. I think it's called glasses.
He's one of them college boys, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm wearing
Yeah.
two monocles too. Wow, I
But
had no idea.
We're so weird, man. We're like twins.
I know.
I've got a butt
So-
plug in.
Disturbing. So yeah, art, I was always taught, is anything that anybody takes the time to define as art. So
That's right.
yeah, games are art. And it doesn't matter what anybody says if it's not something that can be hung up in a museum or whatever. That's a very pedestrian way to think about art,
It's true.
And of course, Hotel Dusk definitely is art. Nintendo sent it to me this week, and I haven't had a chance to play it, but I've looked at screenshots, and I know.
You fancy bastard! We had to go to the goddamn store!
Yeah, I get free things. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't
Free
know.
things are great. Well, I
So-
tell you what, we played all of 10 seconds, 15 seconds of it, and I mean, even the way the intro comes in, you hold the DS sideways to play it like a
Oh,
book.
yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, they did a
the
great
DS
job.
The DS is the best console out right now.
It
and
is.
has
I
been for
couldn't
the
agree
past
with you
year.
more. I really
And a
could
lot
not
of
agree with
people-
you more.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. They just don't feel it, man. It's sad.
Well, I don't know.
Those
I mean, I
people,
think,
I don't know.
everyone's looking for a different type of play. I mean, 360 is going to really appeal to, once again, I hate to say it, but I think it's still most strongly appealing to men. Which is fine. I mean, people want to play Halo, people want to play Dead Rising, people want to play Gears, and they're superior games, so they should. But I think that maybe the DS is kind of capitalizing a little bit on gamers that want to play something a little bit different.
yeah, well, the 360 appeals to the generic, market audience, the people who go down and buy all the games. But the DS and Nintendo are the ones who are pushing the technology forward.
Agreed.
They're the ones that
Agreed.
make the little known games that the Halo retards don't don't get into, and they're the ones who are driving the industry right now.
Well, I tell
We're
you
gonna
what,
get emails.
I used to be
better.
really critical of the whole like Halo genre, as far as like the people that played it. And, a lot of people play it for mindless fun, but I mean, every game experience can't be a massively intelligent experience. Sometimes you just want to kill shit.
Halo 2 is a great game. I love Halo 2. I'm not saying anything bad about that. It's the culture surrounding it, and it's the dickheads who used to make fun of me in high school for playing video games who are now taking over my hobby and pushing good games out of the way.
Right
Studios like Clover Studios
Nerd.
deserve to be
Get back in the line.
and pushing them out because they're not selling as much as the next fucking Madden.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry
give a
about high
shit
school, by the way, Chris. I was real dick.
I'm still healing from that.
Dude, I was the dude that fucked with freshmen hardcore.
Damn lamb.
Lamb is right.
Jesus Christ. There was an article today on Sunday. It was put on Sunday. That was on Next Gen. That was about the end of artistic games. I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh my God, that's the article I'm looking at right now.
Oh my
Holy
God!
crap,
Maybe it's
I am
'cause I sent
too.
you that link. Jesus Christ! What a coincidence. Anyway, for those of you who haven't read the article, read it. It's good. I'm going to do a post on it probably tomorrow, and then you guys will probably see it before you hear this. But anyway, the idea is that now that there is no longer a dominant console, basically the argument that Matt Matthews, which is a hell of a name, really, makes.
He's big on alliteration.
He is indeed. The argument that he makes is that the reason that we saw what are now considered to be the sort of marquee artistic games like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus and Rez and Katamari Damacy, are because when you're dealing with a dominant console, which at the time was the PS2, when you have something that has that much market share, you have much more liberty to take risks. Hence, things like Beautiful Joe and Psychonauts, which was multi-platform, but still, it came out a little bit. Anyway, so what else am I thinking of? Rez and a couple other ones. These games that hit the PS2 and Okami,
Psychonauts,
obviously, you're more able. You're better able to take these kind of risks when you're playing on what is essentially the biggest game in town. And now that we have this kind of struggle for power between the PS3 and the Xbox 360, it's going to be more about what are those big fucking million-seller games that we can put out to get the most people on our console. It's not going to be so much about what kind of game can we put out that's going to probably not sell that much, but we'll do something different and interesting. Games like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. I'm compelled to agree. I'm afraid something like that might actually happen.
I completely disagree. I disagree so completely.
Why?
Just to disagree. No. Well, compare.
I'm a contrarian fuck.
I know. Compare the movie industry to the video game industry, right? There aren't three different types of ways to go and see your movies in the theater, right? Granted, there is the theater, and then there's DVD, and then there's TV and all that. But people, just because a Michael Bay movie makes a whole bunch of money, that doesn't make it so
like
that
the upcoming Transformers movie. Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Which is going to be a piece of shit.
If he fucks that up, I'm going to choke him.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he will.
But
so
it doesn't
get ready to choke.
It doesn't prevent movies like Children of Men from being released. So why would that prevent independent games from being released sometime in the future? There's always going to be innovators out there, and in the history of art, there's always been stuff like that. Art and media, as it grows, there's always people who take the artistic approach and push the envelope.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree with Chris. I think that the mainstream games doing well just expands the size of the market itself. And basically, if a game like Halo does really, really well, it brings in money to the entire economy of the industry, and that gets spread around to everything.
The 360 is going to be the stomping grounds for that stuff because it's so much easier, less time involved, It
is. It's functionally Windows, and everybody knows Windows.
It's so much easier to develop for. The PS3 is a freaking nightmare to develop for. Yeah, I mean, they've got it. They've got it. Everybody that's a fanboy of anything, I'm telling you, the 360 has this shit locked down for the next couple years.
Well, don't discount the Wii either. I mean, the
blah,
Wii
blah, blah, Wii.
I will at the same time,
look at me and my thing that might sell 15
There is one key
blah,
difference
blah,
between
blah. It's a toy.
Oh, I'm
There's
sorry.
the one-
Nintendo's the only company that's actually making a profit on their video games right now.
Bullshit.
There's that,
You're
yes.
very, 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 very fucking wrong. Microsoft makes money on every 360. That's PR research money that goes into it. Nintendo doesn't turn over those stats. Bullshit. Every one of those fuckers is making money. They're just counting their research and development drawback money.
Okay, that's another
Those
debate.
fucking consoles make money. Every
God damn
one
it.
of them.
That's another debate.
Well,
but, no,
you were very angry
I will-
about it, so I'll believe you.
yeah, we'll go with you for now. The one thing I will say, Chris, and you make a good point, but there's one thing I want to address is the fact that the one fundamental difference between like indie gaming and indie filmmaking is that where Kevin Smith could put together Clerks for $12,000, you can't really do the same thing with. I mean, it's probably going to be different in this. I will give you that. It's going to be different this generation. What with downloadable content and games like with the Virtual Console and Xbox Live and that kind of thing. There's going to be more room for indie developers that don't have the kind of money necessary to put something out. But I don't think they're going to be the big. I don't think we're going to see games like like Okami and games that are more indie games and more risk-taking artistic games. I think are two kind of separate dominions of gaming because to do a game like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus, you do need a fair bit of money back in you. You need a pretty decent staff. You can't just have a couple of guys who are like, let's just make a game because that's when you get some great games like what am I thinking of?
Geometry Wars?
No, independent game Pixelsoft Cave Story. You get games like Cave Story on occasion. They're truly brilliant games. If any of you guys haven't played Cave Story, it's one of the most. It's a Metroidvania style Windows-based game,
and it's not
amazing.
And it's not based on the story by Plato. Was it Plato? Story about the cave?
Way to derail the conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to be pretentious for a moment.
Oh, the allegory
Didn't
of
work out so well.
the cave, right? Yeah, it's not based on that. Anyway, it's just I think that we'll probably see a lot more indie games. We're not going to see that many more, like risk taking.
Yeah, grand sweeping risk take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless we
think,
get
and
into
that's what I'm afraid of losing more than just underfunded development studios. I'm afraid of losing games like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, in the history of art, risk-taking art makers have been supported by patrons, so people who want to give them money in order to expand the art. And maybe as video games get accepted more as art, we'll have more people like Bill Gates funding some weird, obscure game that's not going to make them any money, but will push the industry.
Or just buy the company. Like
Lorenzo
Rare.
de Medici.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Medici. Exactly.
It's possible, but I don't see it happening because
Nobody
the kind
got
of
that.
people
I don't care.
I got
It's
it.
the kind of people
Thank
that are
you,
gonna
Chris.
that are going to put money into games that are businessmen. And Bill Gates is a businessman. He doesn't want to put.
Sure.
If he's not going to see, if guys like Bill Gates who have that kind of money aren't going to see a worthwhile return on their money, they're not going to do it so much. I can't imagine anyone patronizing the gaming industry the way they would art because usually it's a business kind of deal. It's like.
Right.
I believe in this project, and I'll give you money in the hope that it's going to make enough money that you can give it back to me. It's not going to be just like, I want to see this succeed, although that would be great if it would happen. But I think for this generation and possibly the next couple of generations, people are going to continue to see gaming as an entertainment industry, and it's probably not going to be seen as an art form of any variety for quite some time, unfortunately.
Yeah, until the next video game crash. Until we
Quite
see
so.
a bunch of copy games. It'll be awesome.
Okay, so
I killed everything. I'm sorry.
so we all agree. Hotel Dusk, then, fantastic game.
Right.
I don't.
A++ would buy from
that totally rolled the fuck off a cliff and into a hospital full of sick orphans.
Hotel Dusk, however,
Winston Churchill.
does suffer from the worst box art in history. Like,
It does.
The typeface on that looks like it was made in Microsoft Word.
We
No, that's bullshit.
actually did
Eco-
design that in
Eco
Microsoft
has
Word.
the worst box
I'm
art
sorry.
history.
Yeah.
What's that
It-
game with like the Power Force chicks on the front of it?
That
That's
was Mobile Light Force.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But that shit's fucking awesome. I don't care what
That
anybody
that
says.
game
That's
had
my favorite
great
box
fucking
ever.
font, yo. Okay,
I only buy
alright. Moving
games
the
for
fuck
their
away
fonts.
from the font. Nintendo. This last week, and then this week, at least one virtual console game.
Oh,
One.
don't even.
What the fuck, Nintendo?
And a
You
game
know,
that they
I
also
don't-
released for the GBA.
I thought Mario 64 came out.
That
No,
was at launch.
That was launch. You mean
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64?
Well, whoa, goddamn, my bad. It's way off.
One has carts,
two
one does not.
completely
That's
separate
kind of
fucking
that's kind of a
games.
big diff.
Mario 64 kart, same whatever.
The point
racing
is-
cars.
Wow.
The point
Jesus
is,
Christ.
I don't at all want to have to agree with Rob, but Nintendo, you fucking dropped the ball. What the fuck?
They totally did.
What do you think? What the fuck?
No, seriously, this is a game that was
what the
released
fuck?
on the GBA. Okay, they've already made money on this twice over, and then they want to milk us
Right.
for more money off of it? Like, where is my entire library? Why aren't they modeling this after iTunes? Why don't
Yeah.
they just dump everything on there instead of doing this blatant marketing crap?
They don't have
Yeah, I
any
agree.
freebies like Xbox Live does.
No, they do
don't
no
think so.
downloads. There's no community reviews. There's nothing. It's just a complete bullshit
There's
system.
no like add-on maps for games or any stuff
Nope.
like that. How did
Oh,
how
as
does
of
Sony
yet,
and Nintendo fuck that up? It's so basic.
They were
Yeah, just
going
copy
to
Microsoft.
begin with, though.
God.
Look at Nintendo DS's Wi-Fi network. What
hey.
have they done with that?
Yeah. I was talking
Nothing.
to Cheapy last
Friend
night,
codes, baby.
and we were talking about the PS3, and he was telling me that like the friends list things, like you have to back out and leave a game to track somebody down to like check your messages or
Yeah,
send
you have to
them an invite the
masturbate Abe
game.
Vigoda to get into contact with anybody.
How?
And Abe Vigoda's been dead for 10 years.
No, he's not.
Dude, he's a zombie. Come on. Have you seen the guy? Seriously. He's like
How
Keith
do you-
Richards.
How do
He's
you
been
fuck
undead,
that up? It's
technically.
2007. How do you fuck that up
No,
this late
it's
in the
as
game?
if Sony and Nintendo did not look at their competition. And they were like,
Or they
"Oh,
did,
nobody's
and they
ever done
tried
this
to
before."
differentiate themselves so far that they just blew it.
Sony rushed and
Yeah.
rushed and fucked it up so bad. And
You know
it's
what,
just like
guys,
They were
though?
a year from way too early. Way too early.
There's an issue here, though, about Nintendo, which, I mean, honestly, it pisses me off because America's getting different releases than Europe is.
Yeah.
And Europe's getting good releases, and we're getting a bucket of shit.
And Japan
It's
is getting even better releases.
Of course.
Yeah, they're playing Super Mario World right now.
That's right. They're playing Super
In
Mario
Donkey Kong
World
Country.
and, like, Sakura Tyson
Tub Girl.
Tub
Fire
Girl.
Emblem. Yeah, they're playing some really great stuff.
Yeah,
There's
they're on
no
Lemon
reason.
Party 3, and we're still on 1.
And Nintendo seems to think that we really like these old games like Balloon Fight and stuff like that. Like, these are classic games. Nobody plays fucking Balloon Fight, okay?
Like, if you're gonna release that, release it along with, like, Super Mario World. Or release it along with Bionic Commando.
Or do a
Something
two-pack,
different.
like the same
Star
idea
Fox
of like
2.
Super Mario and Duck Hunt. I mean, do something that people will at least feel like, okay, I gave you my $5, now it's worth it for me to play two
Yeah.
games, you know?
Back in the day, there was a Super Nintendo cart that had Mario All-Stars and Mario World on it, all in one cart.
Oh.
I had that.
I wanna
Yes,
see
that was
that.
fantastic. Yes, I want to see that, and I want to
That's
see
value.
Kid Icarus 7.
Dude,
Games
on
they
the,
haven't even
on
gotten
the Super Nintendo.
the
they
planning
had,
stages.
Mario something with it was like Mario 1, 2, and 3, and Mario.
That was
Yes,
Mario
it was
All-Stars.
All-Stars and Lost
All-Stars.
Levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not
And
just
that had-
release that? You've made enough money on the damn shit. Just release that.
It's
I believe
completely
that was
blatant, and people are
exactly
going to
what
get
Chris
tired
just
of it.
said.
People are just going to get tired of the Virtual Console and realize that they're just getting ripped off. And I have, personally. And I'm the
Yes.
biggest Nintendo fanboy there is. You know?
There's no like comparing gamer score or anything like that on it.
I don't.
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on though. I don't. This is just a thought, but I don't care. I don't feel ripped off because Virtual Console really isn't something that I partake in necessarily. I don't think it's like I just don't really have a use for it because I've got all the classic games that I want to hang on to. I've got but like I can see people who are desperate for a particular set of games wanting to buy these and enjoy them on their Wii, and that's fine. But I know well, fuck it, whatever. They dropped the ball. You're absolutely right. We we've been over this several hundred times before. I think that and I'll say this again, the only thing that I think they have really done wrong so far is to limit themselves to. I mean, they have a clear business model in mind, and that's fine. What they want to do is stretch out their releases enough
like
so they
making
have
money.
something new each week. What they're doing wrong, in my opinion, is and they have to save the really good games to keep it going for as long as they can. But
like
they're
the
releasing
console.
too few games. They should release at least 5 every week.
Yeah. They're
and just-
choking the teat instead of, letting it flow freely.
I mean, yeah.
Like you should with a teat. That's what you do with a teat. These people don't know how to handle a fucking teat.
Like, here's the thing. The NES has a huge library, and most of it is absolute shit, But if they release, 4 really shitty games and, 1 really great game, I don't think people would, every week, consistently every week, I don't think people would be complaining that much because it's the volume that they don't care about. So far, actually, what they have on the Virtual Console are all really great games with some exception. Baseball for the NES is shit, I agree. And so is, I don't know. what else
Dr.
is out
Robotnik's
now?
Mean Bean Machine.
That was a great game.
sucked a
That
dick,
was
too.
that was Puyo Pop, but with beans and Sonic.
Yeah, and that I don't know, and I guess Motor Rotor for the TurboGrafx 16 is like a shitty game. I don't like it, but
Right.
but they but if
Captain
they release-
Obscure Game over here. Jesus fuck.
Oh, eat my shit. All
Wow.
right. Anyway, anywho,
Don't you have to
they're-
poop?
No, I already did. I made a big stink about it earlier.
He did a
I
drive-by
like
by the bathroom and just shot it out.
That's right.
It's a Jackson Pollock painting on the back of the toilet seat.
No, I
Man,
think
the art
what they
references
have right
are
now are all
fly.
great games. If they could just release great games alongside a bunch of shitty ones, people wouldn't bitch about the volume, and they just say, well, yeah, they got a ton of them out, but most of them suck. But here are the really great ones, and no one would be complaining as much as they are.
Everyone
right.
would slowly stand up and do that applauding thing.
That's right. And then they would all be standing there and going, Mario! And it would zoom out, and it's Mario's face on the globe, and everybody would get really terrified that it all happened spontaneously.
Okay,
Nintendo, hire this man.
So this is the point in the show where we have to kind of take a break for commercial, actually.
Yay.
I'm not really sure where the fuck we got commercials from or who the fuck's sponsoring us, but I'm not getting paid, so it's like, what the fuck? Hopefully I at least get like some free Coke or heroin.
I'm in it for hand jobs, baby.
You thought I was talking about soda pop? I totally went the other way.
Right.
Anyway, we'll
And
be
you
back,
have to
ladies
say
and
goodbye
gents.
to me, right? I'm leaving.
We're getting to you in a second. Hold on, Chris.
Damn.
We're actually gonna like say goodbye to you properly.
I'm just okay. Well, I'm just anticipating the rejection. I gotta
Keep
prepare
it
for it.
real.
Well,
We're
you know
getting
what?
your
Let's-
rejection.
It's like pulling off a Band-Aid, so let's just get this over with. Chris, thank you very much
Yes.
for being present.
Actually,
Enjoy
I
your
have to say,
company. You
Chris,
do
you've
good
been
work.
one of my favorite guests so far. You have a fantastic voice for this kind of thing. I sound like a goddamn communist.
Thanks.
Not that they sound like anything, but you sound fantastic.
Yeah,
Like an
well, he
alligator.
sounds like my
Yeah.
dad,
That's
Rawr.
weird. That's really weird.
Yeah.
I do want to address
That's
one
really
thing,
rude.
though. Someone in the comments said that I called out someone on the
That's
Destructoid.
right.
Oh,
Blog.
that's correct.
Yeah,
And,
you want to,
Yeah, we
tell
can
us
talk about that for a
Chris?
second before we go to
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah, we got time. Go for it.
Yeah, I called out Faith last week on the podcast,
Ooh.
and
And what did you call Faith out for, Chris?
No, for a long time, like I said before, I'm pretty good friends with Eliza Gager from Wired, who used to be on Kotaku, and there was a
Who's
little,
also a beautiful woman, really. Fantastic hair, lovely skin, fantastic woman.
She's gorgeous, but
Yes.
she doesn't flaunt that as part of her gamer-tude, if you will.
True. Not at all
And-
like Colette. She struts around like a peacock. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
and at first, Eliza called her out, and then there was this whole little internet catfight thing, and now on Eliza's blog, and it's just completely retarded. So the end.
No,
All right.
jerk.
Rock and roll.
I didn't call her any names or anything. I just said that she was.
Difference of opinion.
I don't like being mean to people. Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
At least not to their faces, or where I will get caught.
okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't be mean in public. But I'm being mean behind closed doors just so everybody knows. Anyway, we got to hit up the commercial thing so that I can get paid. We'll be back.
The following conversation is real. It took place on Tuesday, June 8th of 2004 between a Blonde Star advisor and a subscriber.
Blonde Star emergency. This is Steve. Is there an emergency in your vehicle?
Oh my god. I've locked myself in my car and the keys are on the outside.
Ma'am,
Oh my god.
ma'am, I need you to calm down.
Okay, it's just that the windows are rolled up and I'm starting to sweat. My keys are on the outside.
Now, your keys are on the outside of the vehicle?
Yes, oh my god.
Now, does your car have automatic locks or...
Yes.
Okay, here's what I need you to do. Take hold of the inside of your door handle there. Are you doing this? The shiny thing. Grab the shiny thing.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, now give that a tug.
Okay.
Did it open?
Yes, oh my god, thank you.
Okay, now what is that noise?
Oh, that's my door alarm.
Yeah, but that only happens if the keys are in the ignition, hon.
Oh my god. You know what?
Your keys are actually in your ignition.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Blonde Star.
That's why we're here. Do you need anything else?
Blonde Star.
No, that's it.
Always
Thank
on,
you so much.
because you're always blonde.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's Podtoid 15. That was a word from our sponsor. I have no idea who the fuck the sponsor was.
Blonde
Ron
Star.
keeps telling me it was Blonde Star, whoever the fuck that is. Ron won't tell me who it is, and they aren't sending me checks, so I don't know who the fuck they are. We've got Rob Suma on the phone from Las Vegas, where he was covering a Midway event. Midway being the company, not like the middle of a circus. Rob, what's going on at the Midway event?
Alright, so this Midway event was basically a big winter preview of everything coming out this year, and then some things coming out 2008. The big news, which everyone already knows by now, Unreal Tournament 2007 was changed to Unreal Tournament 3, and it's coming out for PC, 360, and PS3. And then I got to play all of them, of course. Only the PC version of Unreal though. And then I played the new 360 World War II game that's coming out for Midway called Hour of Defeat or something like that. I have my notes here. Oh, Hour of Victory, not Defeat, where you can switch three.
It would be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic.
It'd be the Hour of Winning. And then, the new Black Site Area 51. It seems like everything they're using is using the Unreal Engine.
I had a question about that, Rob. The Black Site Area 51, is that the continuation of the old Area 51 light gun game? Or does it have nothing to do with it?
No, it's more of a continuation or extension of the Area 51 that was out for PS2.
Which was a continuation of the Area 51 light gun.
Okay, whatever! Nerd.
All right.
It's just a fucking game where you kill aliens and shit.
Fair enough.
So I played that. So during the presentation and everything, they were saying Area 51, they're like trying to focus on their audio of it. Like they're big into the audio of that game, and it sounded amazing. They want it to be this fast-paced shooter. There's like a little bit of squad stuff in it, but not really. It's like really, really simple. The woman, Susan O'Connor, I think is her name, that wrote the Gears of War stuff. She's writing the script for this, and it's going to come out this summer. They didn't give a specific date.
Nice.
The Hour of Victory is actually 360 exclusive for Midway. And if you guys stop talking on chat, because you're going to hear pling, pling, pling every time it fucking comes out, so stop it. Stop it! So, the Hour of Victory. Yes.
You read your little notepad?
I got my notepad. 3 different styles. There's a sniper, ranger, and assault. I played it. The only thing they had working was basically the ranger or whatever, was where you get like a knife. And I tried to go through the whole level. And then, that's going on. They had the president and CEO of Midway was here, and he was like, "Oh, we're doing so good, and we shipped 1.8 million Happy Feet, and we shipped 1 million Mortal Kombat Armageddon." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, they're big on that fucking Happy Feet game. God damn it.
Yeah, they're really big. That's like a big moneymaker for them. He said that they're investing over $100 million in next gen technology. For their game Stranglehold and also Area 51, they have this like specific damage model technology that they're using. For like blowing away the environment and things like that. They were real like, we're gonna take the lead this year, blah blah blah, corporate bullshit. They announced today this Touchmaster DS game, which is a bunch of mini games. It's like 23 mini games, and they like announced it with the cheesiest like commercial I've seen since 1989. And I told the PR people that. And then I told the PR people, never, ever let that thing see the light of day again. Like, don't show it ever again. There's some Brain Age PSP game coming out called Hot Brain.
Yeah, which is actually endorsed by the same doctor who endorsed the DS Brain Age games, but they're not the same brand, which is bizarre.
Well, the doctor they showed that endorsed it was actually Fred Willard, or whatever his name is. Not Fred. Is that his name? The guy
Fred Willard?
That's
Fred
the guy
Willard.
from TV, the goofy guy.
The guy
Fred
that's
Willard
in
is the guy from
Gas movies. Who's the guy
Yeah,
from those
okay,
movies?
that would be Fred Willard. Fred Willard isn't a doctor, though.
I know. Well, that's what they showed, and they showed this funny picture of him.
He's a
Okay,
doctor.
that's
of
bizarre. I would
comedy.
play that just based on the fact that Fred Willard's in it. That's
Yeah,
fucking
so
weird.
that's coming out for the PSP. Oh, TNA Impact they announced
Tits
based on
and
the
ass?
TNA wrestling series. That's coming out in 2008. It's coming out in the first half of 2008.
What's TNA
Nice.
stand for?
Tits and ass.
Does it really?
No, I
No,
don't
it
know.
doesn't.
It's like
It's
too
like
much,
the Tennessee
too
Nashville
much nads on
Authority.
my
Does
ass.
it have a white Volkswagen Jetta in it anywhere?
And they showed the Wheelman, this Vin Diesel. I guess the movie's coming out. The Wheelman. I don't know. But there's a video game with Vin Diesel. It's coming out for 360, PS3, and PC. It's coming out this winter. They just showed like a CG movie of it, probably using the in-game engine. It was kind of cool. So Mark Rain was there today also, and of course he announced the big UT news.
Games, the people.
Mark
behind
Rain's the
Unreal
VP
Tournament.
of Epic. He's actually the VP. So yeah, he had this he's like, of course it's coming to 360 with Unreal Engine because we had a little success this year with Gears of War. So that's going to come out the second half of 2007 for all the consoles and platforms that can play next-gen games, not Nintendo Wii. And so also they showed MK Armageddon for the Wii. You guys still there? Oh, we lost
Yeah.
Aaron. So they showed Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the Wii, which basically it wasn't there on the show floor because it wasn't ready, they said. All they showed was like a video of the graphics, PS2, high. And then they showed...
How far off is it?
It's coming out this year. It's coming out April 2007, and they didn't have a fucking unit there to show us what it was like.
It's 3 months from now.
Can you
And they
smell
didn't have an
disaster?
in-game video?
Can you smell disaster? No, they just showed video
Or they won't hit April.
They showed video of MK Armageddon playing, which was probably the PS2 version, and the Wii version I'm sure looks exactly the same. And then then the guy was like motioning what you would do on the Wii control for like the launch Scorpions, whatever, his dildo, and then like the different finishing moves, things like that. It looks good when they demonstrate it, but considering how wonky the Wiimote is, I'm not sure if it'll work, but we'll see. He said the finishing moves are going to be so easy your grandmother can do it. So,
That's pretty easy because my grandmother's dead. What an insensitive
So-
fuck.
Hot.
Stranglehold was awesome again. They had a new level finally. They had this museum level that we could play. And they introduced these new like special moves called tequila bombs that you do. And one's like this really cool. One's like the spin attack that he does in the movies. This other one's this really cool precision aiming, where like you slow down time and you can aim anywhere on the body, and then like it'll show like the back of the bullet like going slowly into that body part.
I like that better when they did it in Max Payne.
Yeah,
7
that's
years
what I
ago.
say. Max Payne.
So what? If it works, don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then there's another one where there's like a bunch of bullets coming out at once, that kind of thing. So that's what I did, and I fucking played Unreal
That's
all
the
day.
best description ever.
And I fucking ate free food and drank, and I'm not even drunk.
White Jetta.
And now I'm gonna go to this fucking party at Rain and find a Jetta or something.
If you see Paris Hilton there, tell her I said hi.
Cunt puncher.
punch
her in the cunt.
Punch her in the baby maker.
That's
punch her
right.
in the ovaries.
That's right. What, Rob?
Did Colette die? Is she dead now?
Rob, thanks a lot for coming. We realize you got to go and party and get drunk with famous people. So rock and roll. Have fun with that.
Yeah, I don't have time for you.
Thank you. All right. Always a pleasure. Rob Sumo, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye!
White Jetta for the win.
Bye! If I die, remember me kindly. Bye, guys.
Later,
Rob. Okay, so
that's our editor.
we're moving on. The next topic at hand is what's going on with Destructoid. Ron, you're kind of Captain knows stuff and gets emails and gets to be mysterious and shit. So what's going on, yo?
Well, Aaron has diarrhea. And no, actually, big news. We have. All right, we officially have some. I don't know what's her title. What's her name? We have picked up Brittany Martini, and she has done. She's done an event for us in Vegas in the past. It was a MLG gaming thing.
She's a very pretty girl, I have to say.
We have picked her up as our /first, and this leads me into another thing here. But our first pro gamer sponsored spokesmodel person.
She's a pretty girl who makes the rest of us who look like ass not look as much like ass.
Yeah, / figurehead of Destructoid / face and voice. I don't know.
Like the Queen of England.
Something like that.
Except prettier and not old and not English.
She's badass at Halo.
And she's badass at Halo, apparently.
Yes, she is. So
Queen of England sucks at Halo.
As our official, whatever name we have to come up for her with. Maybe we can have a contest who can name what that title is, because we don't know.
We're going to call her Thunder Cunt. Oh, God, she's going to hate me.
If anybody doesn't know, we had a post last week called Thunder Cunt about Halo, so no, we're not calling it.
It was put up by the head of the goddamn website, too.
That is true.
Like a week after he's like, no, guys, you can't swear, you can't make racial comments, you can't call people Thunder Cunt. Then he does.
Cunt, right there in big letters, big red letters on the front page.
Okay,
Hot.
moving on. We gotta hurry this motherfucker up.
But what we're working on is basically we want to set up a clan for Destructoid, more or less. Now we will be setting up a WoW guild, and and we will be sponsoring LAN parties, I think, and we'll be sponsoring a WoW team and different things. That's later. Right now, what I'm working on heavy duty is we want to start a gaming clan for Destructoid. We want people that are motivated, that are good at gaming in general. Mostly it's going to be like MLG, PGL tournaments. We do want people at events like GDC, maybe Tokyo Game Show, at Ubisoft stuff, blah, blah, blah. We want people that, can be around people and can, we want you to hand out shirts, hand out stickers, know about Destructoid, read the site, be a part of the site, and be motivated. And we want you to go to these events and act on our behalf, and you know what I mean? We want you to be known when you show up at this event that people know to go to you because you're the people from Destructoid. What we're shooting for on this clan or on this, it's not really a clan, I hate to even call it that, but our Destructoid
group,
gamers, whatever, group is...
We're going to call it Strike Team Alpha.
No. I don't
Foxtrot?
Know
Strike Team
We need to have a
Foxtrot?
contest. We need to have a contest to come up with a name, too.
Yeah.
Why not just Also Cox?
No.
Peter Moore would kick us in the face.
Hi, Kaz, we would like you to meet Also Cox.
And what's wrong with that?
What is Also Cox? God, I'm gonna get fired.
Okay. But we're gonna try to do a 50-50 mix of girls and guys, and we're gonna have some of the people we want to be out and about talking to people and doing things.
It's gonna represent all races. It's gonna be the pinnacle of humankind. Okay, it's not. It's gonna be all white people.
Whitey.
Sorry. Yeah.
No Harlem Globetrotters / Scooby-Doo on this one.
What is Also Cox? God, I'm gonna stop fucking saying that.
Spiral. No. Anybody's absolutely welcome to apply. We're gonna try in the next week or two to set up an application process. I'm not 100% if my email is working on this, but you can email me if you want to get in and give me your stats, like what tournaments you've been in, blah, 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 or what you've done PR-wise. It's Ron Workman at Destructoid.com, RONWORKMAN at Destructoid.com, but I'm not 100% it's working, so if you get like a ping back or something screwed up on the email, don't worry about it. Damn it, I don't want to give out my real email. All right, ronworkman at gmail.com. If the Destructoid email doesn't work, could you please try the Destructoid one first? Give me like a few days to reply back to you because I get 400 or 500 emails a day. But we're going to have a contest. We'll do something on the front page, and we're going to pick up people on the clan. Like I'm already talking to people like Miss Violence and a few other people that, that play Halo, play a few different games, and we're working to bring people on board. You're going to be going to events on our behalf. You're going to be meeting people and stuff like that. And
which means you got to be a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, no fucking around, no fly on the wall.
No fatties.
I just want to go there to play
no
a game.
Fatties.
It's not that type of thing. We don't want you to think we're going to fly you to Tokyo to go sit and play Halo for an hour and then come home.
That's right. And no Dance Dance Revolution, you goddamn cunts.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. If you're a DDR player, then just leave me alone. You little fat, red-headed, butter-sweating bastard.
That's for sure.
But we're working on that, and we'll be able to constantly throw swag your way, get games to you before they come out so you can play them, blah blah blah. We're getting big, so we really do want to get this on the road, and I'm working with it. And like I say, we're probably gonna have an application process. We'll set something up on the page in the next week or two and get this thing rolling. Now, for people interested in playing WoW, don't send me emails yet because this is still a little ways off. But we do want to sponsor a guild. We do want to get some stuff set up. There's a possibility that we might sponsor some Lord of the Rings MMO stuff. So just letting you know that is on the burners for Destructoid, and it is coming very soon.
And just so all the WoW players know, I intend to be really, really heavily involved in this, whatever it is.
You know what? I think Suma even said that he wants to do it too.
Yeah.
So
if you want to sit around and spend your entire day with me and Rob Suma, now's your chance.
Yeah, it will be a mix. There will be Destructoid people involved. So
Yeah.
When we go to events, naturally, we'll be there with the helmet. Nero's going to be there. Suma will probably be there. I'll be there. A lot of the writers and stuff. Some of you guys will be there. So, it will be a thing where we're going to come as a force. Like at GDC, we want to be a force.
And come and fucking say hi to us, you bastards. Don't be intimidated just because we're famous and pretty and wealthy. Come say hi. Come shake my hand.
Food.
Actually, I'm lying. Don't touch my hand because you're probably dirty. But bring me things. Bring me beer. Bring me your sister. Your dog. I'll take your dog.
Dude,
I like dogs.
The first person that gets me late at a show, I will fucking give you Halo Beta 3.
We'll give you a job on the website.
Dude, you're going to have so many 14-year-old boys offering you their assholes.
No, I said their sister or something, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Girl?
No, you said first person to get me laid. Way to go.
It has to have a vagina, either in the front or the back. I don't care.
Fair enough. So Ron, is that it? Is that all we got for what's going on with
We're
the site?
moving forward with that. If you want to get a jump start and send me some information, if you can send me pictures of you at events and send me links to websites that can prove that you played or placed in an event. Or, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say, ooh, I got number one at the Walmart in Pittsburgh's fucking Halo Day. I don't give a shit about that.
You get extra points if you've never been in a Walmart.
Wally World. Wallace Martin. Cracker ass cracker.
All right. Moving on.
That all you got, Ron?
Oh,
I'm
yes.
desperate to move on to these reader questions.
Was there anything else? We got so much shit going on with Destructoid. I don't know. I don't want to say.
There's a shit ton. We're blowing up. Stay fucking tuned. Same robot time, same robot channel.
We've got some sick hate.
One, asshole! Give it to me!
We're also going to have some sick WoW stuff coming, and
we really do.
On it. We're working on it. We have all of our servers lined up now, by the way, so the site shouldn't lag anymore. We're not going to shut down because of traffic. You guys don't even know that yet, I guess.
No, I did.
We are completely online now. We can roll with anything. So
that's right.
And
we're up there with
the
the
people
big boys
that like the stupid little snippet videos I did. You know what? We have an internal email thing that's it's like a forum/chat room for us.
It's the insider email.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want in, let us know.
If you post a lot of comments on the page and you're really involved in Destructoid and you don't mind getting 100 emails a day,
you will. Don't think we're joking.
That's no shit at all. We prefer that you use Gmail because it stacks the mail, unlike Hotmail and stuff like that. It won't drive you crazy. You'll just see one email, and when you open it, there'll be 50. But if anybody's really interested and really a hardcore Dtoid fan, send me an email. Send it to ronworkman@gmail.com. Let me know you want me to put you on the newsletter. We've got like 50, 60 people that actually work for us. But let me know, and the emailer has like 80, 90 people, and if we do a dig or we put a story up somewhere like that, or I send out information about how our traffic's going and our web stats, and like last night, we were the number one video game blog in the world again, just for a few hours. But we're teetering. We're up there. We're teetering with the big dogs heavily.
That's right.
So if
we're
you want to
mutinizing
some
this
inside
shit,
information, I'm not going to okay everybody. If I don't see your name in the comments and don't know you from the event or whatever, don't send me a thing, man. I want to, you know what I mean? This is a cool little inside thing we do for cool people to listen to it. And come to the vent, you guys. We have a Ventrilo chat. Come in and hang out. Last night we had some really, really awesome people in there. I think if you type in like Ventrilo Gaming Chat, it's number 4 or something ridiculous on Google. But you can find it in the forums, the stats. I'm not going to go through and track them down right now. What's bleeping? All right. Next.
Yeah.
Quicken it up. Aaron's got to take a shit. Roll into it.
Goddamn right.
Questions.
Okay, so we are now back to everybody's favorite section of it, the reader questions.
KY.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, so
Click.
I wanted to just take the first one that I saw that looked kind of cool. Other than this one from this guy named Graybush about pubic hair.
No, read that. It's important.
No, shut your face. Okay, so Pyramid Head.
Will it damage my pubic hair if I mix curl activator, dye, and crab rid?
It
I'm
will.
Just trying to save
Putting
time.
curl activator on your pubic hair will melt it off. The hair is too brittle. It will melt off.
No, I just take
Nexus
it.
tried, dude. Take it from him. He's tried.
Yeah,
that's why
dude,
I'm
I have no pubes right now
I'm
because
asking
of it, okay?
the fucking questions that people want to know.
Yeah, have no pubes now because I tried. So, Pyramid Head asked, What do you all think about the upcoming Assassin's Creed release? Will it be the greatest game of 2007, or will it be another case of good idea, bad execution? I want to say, first and foremost, Assassin's Creed is one of the biggest games that I'm looking forward to, more than Halo 3, way more than Halo 3.
I'm into it too, and I'm not usually into that genre that much.
I agree with you there, but
they have fucking fantastic ideas so far.
Yeah, it is too early.
It's we have no idea. Pyramid Head, we have no fucking clue. It looks great, and I'm stoked for it.
It's looking like they're putting it together good. Yeah,
we will let you know a couple of days after it comes out.
No, isn't it coming out on the 360 first?
Yes, I believe so.
I think they had some side contract.
360, and then the PC's coming out a couple months later.
Well, Pyramid Head, I did get to see live gameplay of it a little while back, and it's still buggy, but it did look really, really cool. Like, really good. Like, it's going to be big. It'll be a hell of a competitor in sales with H3.
So all of us are very excited for it. I can vouch for Colette, who, by the way, just if anybody didn't hear, Colette's sick. She's all vomitous and trying to sleep at the moment, but she too's very, very fucking excited about it. She calls me literally daily to tell me how goddamn excited she is, and to tell me that
Carson Daly.
Okay, moving on.
What?
I love Carson every day.
I can't even go on after that. Okay, this person, I'm gonna pronounce it as Momiji58, says, what do you think of EA releasing yet another expansion of The Sims 2 this February, as well as 3 independent laptop-friendly spin-offs, The Sims Stories? And what about Me Sims? Will this gain any foothold in places other than Japan? Kawaii Land. And then she said to me, next, I just want to say I find your voice quite cute.
You picked that fucking question just because she said.
That's exactly right. But no, I think it's a valid question.
You are an internet stalker pervert.
It's true. No, well, I want to say, first off,
Momiji58,
thank you.
Vagina, I'm in love with you.
I agree. Dude, I don't think that's her real face, Ron, honestly. I think that's a character from The Sims.
Not.
So, but I want to say about EA and The Sims, I think that they have found the world's largest cash cow, and they are milking that teat enough to create a river of milk on which to float the boat that them and the cash cow are riding upon to a land of milk, honey, and buckets of cash. Seriously, that was the greatest metaphor in the history of metaphors.
You're a bad man.
You can't blame EA for doing what pays out as well as it does. And I mean, like, no one seemed to really complain when the fucking original Sims game had 5 expansions?
9.
I think it was 5. What?
Do you remember
9.
Sim Farm? Yeah, it was ridiculous.
There was
it didn't have 9, did it?
Yes, 9.
Holy shit! Yeah, okay. Yeah. No one seemed to.
It was only beaten by the original EverQuest, which I think is up to 13 at this point.
Jesus.
Yes.
No, you've got to be bullshitting me.
No, seriously, go look it up.
I wouldn't shit you, my favorite turd.
That's right. But I also want to say that I think that the Sims games, for what they are,
7.
They're fantastic
7
games.
expansion packs. That's still 7. A fuck lot, though.
Yeah, it's a fuck ton.
Who's pushing Spore? Is that EA also? Or?
That's EA.
Yeah, that's
EA. It's Maxis via EA. Yes.
Yeah, you have to realize that a lot of shit's going into Spore.
Yeah, and so they have to make that. They have to make that cash, baby.
Spore is going to be the world beater of everything when it comes out.
It's going to beat your world off.
I've never heard that in my entire life, but that was the bomb.
It was, wasn't it? Okay, so
Go to WMV's question.
moving along. Hold on. Which one was the... Read it, then. I don't know where that is.
Morrowind or Oblivion, number one, or God of War versus Halo.
Okay.
Ooh.
I want to say Oblivion first off, because I think Oblivion took everything that Morrowind did, but did it better. And I want to say Halo over God of War, because Halo has the better multiplayer. And in the end, that's what gives it longevity.
Here's where it gets wacky. I'm going to say Morrowind. Because that was the... I know I'm fucking retarded. That was the first game to get me into that genre at all. I'm not a Warcraft fan. I don't like wizards, dragons, magic, potions, and I fucking played Morrowind. So I give it mad props on that.
Okay.
Oblivion, I played on a 360, and I played it a hell of a lot, and only unlocked one achievement, like get out of the cellar or basement or sewer.
Which was like 10 minutes into the game.
But it took me like 25 hours to do it. And I don't get it. I don't know how to make spells, blah, blah, blah. So I'd have to say, like, Morrowind really drew me in where I would play that game. And I hate games like that. And I play the shit out of it. But I have to say God of War over Halo.
Okay, why?
I've only played Halo about 20 minutes in my entire life. And I know that's going to piss people off because I got all the Halo beta shit.
We're getting an email about this.
I've played Halo 1. I've never played it multiplayer, but I played it like one night long ago. And I played Halo 2 maybe one or two multiplayer games ever.
Nice.
Ever. So I've got to get into Halo. I love first-person shooter stuff. I love Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. Got to get into Halo.
Greybush is a nimble fucker.
Yeah, I could play that game, trust me.
Aaron, what do you think, man?
Both of you, and I liked Oblivion over Morrowind because Oblivion has the fast travel system, and fuck that shit in Morrowind.
That is true.
That's the one thing that and they fixed the quest system. They made it a lot more streamlined, and I think it feels a lot more focused in Oblivion. Plus, Oblivion is just so fucking pretty. And I know they're spread years apart.
Well,
so
it's
the sequel, so it's obviously
going to have me to play it.
True.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not. Morrowind was a great fucking game. Morrowind is still one of my favorite games of all time. But between the two, I'd stick with Oblivion just because it was more refined, more refined experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Gears of War, Halo. I'm not afraid to say this. I'll come right out and fucking say it. I hate Halo. I hate it like balls, and I want
Aaron hates balls.
I hate balls, and I want a beta invitation so I can play it and say this is shit. That's what I want. I want to play it, and
fucking dick.
Oh no, you know what I'm kidding. No, I'm
kidding. Give me my beta, please.
No. I want. Here's what I want. I love Gears of War, and I think I chalk it up to the mantle system, and I chalk it up to the third person experience over the first person. Because I don't like first-person shooters on a console, but I am really starting to get into first-person shooters on consoles now that I've actually put in enough time on... Because considering that most of the good games on the 360 right now are first-person shooters. I mean, I invested a lot of time in Prey, and I invested a lot of time in Gears of War. And yeah, Prey's okay. It's not fantastic. It's not worth spending more than $30 on, I'd say, but it's still pretty good. It's fun. And what it's doing with like portals and like orientation and like gravity altering rooms and that kind of thing it's cool shit, but it's going to be done better in Portal, I have a feeling. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, so I want to play the Halo 3 beta just to see if my feelings have changed, because the last time I played Halo 2 was like 8 months ago and I still didn't like it, and I'm just not keen on it. So between the two, if my choice is Gears of War or Halo, I'm going to go Gears of War just because.
Well, dude,
Halo
I've played Halo 3, and I'm not a Halo person, and I was pretty impressed.
Well, get me a beta. Get me a beta, man.
So, I might turn in... I mean, there's a reason why I think I'm going to turn into a Halo person. Like, I would really love to play something like this and compete, and seriously. So, I'm telling you, man, it's pretty good shit.
Okay, so
I'm a God of War fan, but they're saying Halo. They're not saying Halo 3.
True.
Hey, actually, next, if you don't mind, there's one that I really want to ask you guys. I don't know, but Tofu Consumer X, or rather X Tofu Consumer X, asks what our thoughts are on Fallout 3. I was wondering if either of you guys are big Fallout fans.
Yes, the Fallout series is my favorite games of all time. I'm terrified that they're going to fuck up Fallout 3.
Shooter? Is it an RTS or what?
It's an isometric view role-playing game.
What's that mean in English?
3/4 overhead view kind of thing.
Why don't you say?
Dude, just we'll handle it. Ron.
It's a futuristic post-apocalyptic RPG, and it's one of the most brilliantly executed games in all of history. I mean, they're old. Fallout 1 and 2 are both older games.
They're from like 95.
And they haven't aged well because they're just not that pretty. They're actually quite ugly, but they're still some of the most fun games to play because they were games before like Fable did this, everything you do has, an effect on who you are, blah, blah. Fallout was doing it 10 times better, 10 years before.
And funnier, too.
It is so fucking funny, and it's so brilliant that, like, you can play the game in so many different ways. You can be a brute that just kills everyone. You can actually negotiate your way out of everything. You can be a really hot chick and fuck every one of the bad guys and, like, actually, work your way through the game.
My dream.
Exactly. That's the Ron Workman game, but it's...
There you go.
Yeah, it's just an amazing game, and anyone who hasn't played it, I
get it. They sell them together for like $5 or something like that. So,
and it's
But the point is, Fallout 3, I am terrified to death that they're going to fuck it up and ruin the series. Because it's going to be almost impossible to keep up the kind of amazing level of quality that they had with the first two.
Was the box for Fallout 3 like orange or red or something? Or what am I thinking? Maybe I'm thinking of Half-Life.
Dude, Fallout 3 isn't Half-Life. You're thinking of Half-Life. Yeah, different thing.
I've never even played that shit.
Don't worry about it. Me and Aaron will handle it.
Yeah.
All right, you handle.
Aaron, what do you think?
Well, I have faith in Bethesda. It would have been really nice if it was, let's see, it was, oh fuck, what was the development studio that did it originally? It was
Black Isle Studios.
Black Isle Studios.
Black Isle via Interplay.
Right, which has since,
they were the people responsible for Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights.
But they've been dissolved, right? They're not working anymore, right?
They kind of. They are no longer the same company they were before. Most of their developers went on to form Obsidian
Interplay, in December 8th, 2003, Interplay laid off the entire Black Isle Studio staff. Right, so they're under new management. I have a lot of faith in Bethesda because they're a good bunch of guys. They do good work. Morrowind and Oblivion are both great games. However, they're not the same kind of games. That's what I'm kind of worried about. Is that they're going to take Fallout 3 is going to use the Oblivion engine, and I'm looking forward to seeing something realized in that kind of environment. But they have to calculate this extremely carefully because they can't. If they put too much emphasis on like action style gameplay, it's not going to be the same game. If they put too much emphasis on talking to people and not enough on the actual combat, it's not going to be the same game. The beauty of Fallout was the utterly brilliant balance of every different kind of gameplay that you might come across in an RPG. That's what made it great for me. And it's that balance that they're going to have to maintain if they're going to do it successfully. And I believe that Bethesda has the capacity to do a game that's that good. I'm just not sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Looking forward to it though.
I'm going to say that we have time for one more question. And let me see here. This guy, Fat Bologna. Is that how you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
You stupid
Is it Bologna? Dude, fuck that shit. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Fucking Winston Churchill posted mother Fat Bologna.
That Churchill shit is gold. Okay, here's his question. With the oncoming release of Crackdown, and the sandbox genre obviously only just beginning to show its true potential, what do you guys think Rockstar needs to do to keep in the race in this generation?
Advertise with Destructoid.
God damn it.
No, really.
No, I agree, absolutely. No, I want to say that I don't think the sandbox genre is obviously only just beginning to show its true potential. I think the sandbox genre has kind of been done to death, actually. Mm-hmm. Other than changing it to different, scenes. It's
like the
there's really only so much you can do with the sandbox, in so much as it's a sandbox. That's it.
Yeah, and sandbox is not necessarily a good thing. I mean, when executed well, like in the Grand Theft Auto games, it's fun, but it can also lead to a really impersonal, really kind of boring gaming experience.
Have you guys downloaded the demo and played like co-op and stuff on Crackdown?
I haven't downloaded it yet, no.
Get to fucking do it.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just gonna, when I go play it in San Francisco.
Dude,
I'm busy. I'm doing stuff for the next couple
we're sending
days.
you to a fucking event in San Francisco and you haven't even played a goddamn game.
I'm doing stuff. I've been busy.
All right, blowjob.
Anyway, I think
dude,
like
get it.
Well, what did you guys think of? Would you guys consider Dead Rising to be a sandbox game?
No, I would consider it to be a brawler with weapons.
A sandbox game run is kind of like Grand Theft Auto. Go anywhere, do anything, do whatever you want. Pick up. I think it's sandbox in the regards that everything is a weapon. Like you can find really creative ways.
Crackdown, you can just pick up a car and you can rip off a fence and pick it up and run around with it.
And you can shoot laser beams out of your titties. Dude, if you can't, I'm totally telling them when I go down there that they better fucking put that in.
There are just be like, hey,
beam?
They're gonna walk over to you and be like, hey, Nex, how do you feel about the game? You're gonna be like, well, it's pretty good, but
Needs more
there's a
lasers.
severe lack of titty lasers in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can it's cool. Like Grand Theft Auto, Imagine Drive, and I hate to compare the two. It does work that way. But the co-op mode, I was on with Pretty Ricky, we were playing, and Cheapy D and Puppet were playing. And I mean, it's fucking, you're in a car and you're driving around. It's just like Grand Theft Auto, but your buddy can just jump in with you and ride around with you. Me and Pretty Ricky are driving around and he jumps on the hood of the car and I'm fucking driving around through town jumping shit. And he's just doing drive-bys on the hood of the car, just shooting people and shit. And it's just cool. Like everything is just over the top. Like you can get on a building and just jump the fuck off forever, man. It is very, very, very fun.
Nice. Yeah, in the end, I think that Rockstar will continue to be at the top of the game as long as they keep releasing games with the title Grand Theft Auto in it, because I think that brand has become like Madden, where they can put anything in the game and it will be bought by people.
General Dane, Grand Theft Auto is not dying anytime soon.
Yeah.
That game's going to be...
Don't even bring that shit in our forums, god damn it.
Yeah.
So,
Don't
okay.
worry, that game's going to be solid when they get it going.
So, Ron's throwing paper airplanes at me from across the room. Ron, what was the last question you wanted me to do, even though I said we were only going to do one more?
What? T. Taylor.
Right, yeah, where is it? You read it.
What do you guys think the most underrated game... What will be the most underrated game of 07? Any game that's not getting talked about, but could fucking speak, Workman. Potentially sneak up on the big guys like Halo 3.
Hotel Dusk, Room 215.
That's a DS game.
Dude, it doesn't matter. The DS is the best console out there.
I'm looking forward to Super Paper Mario. That's one of my most anticipated titles. And
that's on the Wii?
Yes.
Yeah.
DS, okay.
That's going to be the the classic platformer style with Paper Mario RPG elements. Also, I'm shocked that there is not as much fucking acclaim and people looking forward to Lost Odyssey as I would have initially expected. I don't think anyone knows exactly what Lost Odyssey is.
Is that the one starring Rob Suma?
No,
that was Lost. Sorry, my bad.
That was Lost, yeah.
Off the television series.
Yeah. No, Lost Odyssey is Mistwalker. It's the three biggest fucking names in Squaresoft's history working on a fucking game that looks fantastic. It's going to be done with the Unreal 3 engine. It's going to be great, and I'm terrified that no one's really going to give it the kind of play that it deserves because no one's even fucking talking about it, and it's pissing me off. So, and to be honest, again, I could give a shit about Halo 3.
The buzz did die down on that game. It went around for a little while.
True. So, Ron, what about you?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, all right.
Ron doesn't play games.
What the fuck's a game? Dude, I've played 78 Xbox Live games. I'm proud of it.
Congratulations.
Or Xbox 360 games. Most underestimated game. I think you're going to see a lot of cool X and A games coming for Live Arcade, and people are counting that out. Those sales are going to keep increasing on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, that shit's going to sell more than the PlayStation 3 games.
Yep, and it really is a situation where that's going to happen. People are not counting Xbox Live Arcade games; they just don't realize the numbers that they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Crackdown is, and I'm not just saying this because they're flying me to Washington. I'm not just saying this because they're whatever.
They're paying for your hotel
really do.
room, and
And whatever.
they're
but
giving you blowjobs and sending hookers to your room. And...
Oh, dude, that would be so fat. I'm already getting paid to play video games, but throwing a head with it, Jesus Christ. Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I would let Pedro and them sleep on the floor and wake up and crush his head every day of the week if that was happening.
True that.
Well, they don't know that happened at CES.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Crackdown, I'm telling you, it's not just the Halo 3 thing. I mean, that's kind of gimmicky. But that game really will take off because I'm not a big fan of like Grand Theft Auto series. Actually, I've never liked any of those because I just thought they were inferior in graphics and the cars looked like shit and looked like when you run down the street looks like garbage. You know, wow, you can fuck a hooker. I've never been into those games, but I think Crackdown's going to be a lot bigger than people expect. I really do because there's not quite the buzz that I think it's going to deserve. It will be a big game.
There's
a
a pretty monumental marketing push behind it, though. I mean, that they're doing so many industry events over it.
Well, I think the idea everybody has so far.
Someone mentioned that there was going to be some event over it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this Crackdown shit?" And,
right. Well, what everybody sees so far, they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto, but with superheroes." But it's more than that. It's they're not just hinging the entire game on that premise. They actually put a game in there. So,
dude, the one thing that would surprise me in 07 if it didn't happen. If they didn't slightly revamp Halo 2 and release it on a 360. That's all I'm saying. Add downloadable maps, which they already have.
It's going to turn out the Master Chief is a woman.
I don't know why they don't
Beat the
have
game in a bikini.
Roughly the same game. I know it'll run on a 360 and people are playing on a 360, but they've never done that carryover.
They up the resolution, you mean? And
clean it up a little bit, add some new maps so people will be more likely to buy Halo 2. That'd be a good push for Halo 3. I don't know why somebody's not doing that. At MLG gaming tournaments and at PGL a couple weeks ago when we went to that tournament in Orlando, everybody was playing Halo 2 on an Xbox 360 with them big-ass controllers. And it was just like, I'm looking at these kids and they're carrying around their big controllers. I'm just thinking, why in the fuck aren't they pushing and doing an updated version for this on a 360? I just don't get it. Sorry, I think people are missing the boat on that one.
Well,
but I wouldn't be surprised that if Halo 3 gets pushed back just a hair in an updated Halo 2. I know nobody's heard that anywhere, but that's just one of my little things that I think should happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but
Greybush is a mysterious man.
Spooky, spooky, spooky. I can make a rabbit out of my ass.
What the
horse
fuck?
dick?
Okay, so yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, go to that thread. Fucking look at that GIF. It's fucking hot. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up because
what GIF?
I gotta sleep. The horse dick one. You'll see it, dude. You've seen it.
Wait, I put that up there, didn't I?
I think so.
Was that
it's
you?
fantastic.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, so I'm wrapping this up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Podtoid 15. It's been really long. All kinds of crazy shit happened. We're only down to 3 because everybody else died from at some point.
I'll give you Halo 3.
I mean, 6 people. Stay tuned to Destructoid. Big things are coming. This whole shit's gonna explode. We're like busting.
We swear to God. Eventually.
I promise you.
And God willing, some of us might actually be getting paid. Maybe.
Dude,
someday.
I get to fly around and play video games. I'm retarded over it.
Sky's the limit. Ron is retarded over it. Okay,
we absolutely love you guys. We absolutely love you guys.
We do love you guys. You guys fucking rock, especially the girls who tell me my voice sounds pretty. I appreciate that.
Yeah, especially that guy who keeps telling me that I gave him AIDS.
And Dexter? Nagako's taken, dude. Sorry. Sorry.
I got
Dexter.
Even though you are a bizarrely non-haired guy, you have no fucking hair on your body.
Dude, he was on G4 half naked with a game.
I know, dude. The man has no goddamn hair on his body. Swear to God, he waxes. Dexter, would you email me next@destructoid.com and tell me what the fuck? Why don't you have any goddamn body hair?
Wait, that email doesn't work. Every time I send you something on it, I get pinged back.
That's interesting.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, anyway, we're out. Podtoid 15.
Thanks, guys.
In the can.
Also, Cox.
Laters.
Listening.
Cool.
Dun, 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 dun,
that was it.
Dun, 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 dun.
It gets pinged back. Since when, dude?
Spade and neuter your pets.